My name is Eddie Alcala, and I am the founder of Crown of Crows. I was born here in El Paso, Texas, raised in Central. I went to Austin High School and went to UTEP. I just worked in different businesses. I worked for my family in construction. When I was in high school, I always wanted to be an airplane pilot because I wanted to be able to travel like all over the world. Then I started thinking, well, if I don't do that, I want to be an artist because I was very passionate about art. And then at some point, I kind of dabbled with the idea of becoming a designer. But then because I was in a family that I come from, it was very construction oriented. So they're like, no, you're not going to do that. My father was born in Miami, Arizona, and my mother was born in Cusihuiriachi, Chihuahua. I've designed and managed the biggest nightclubs in El Paso. So I worked the nightlife scene for, I'm gonna say, from 1991 all the way through 2012. This is where everything started for me. I started coming here. One thing led to the next, and I got a job here. I was a floor walker. Then I got shot. They made me a manager. I was working behind the bar and doing stuff and pretty much running everything. And from that, it led to creating other projects for Club 101, which were Metropolis, E9, Area 51. And then that led to other stages in the industry where I started working outside of 101. Behind me is the original Palace, or the Alhambra Theater, which ended up becoming the Palace Theater later in its time. I ended up here after I left Club 101 back in like 1995. I thought I was done with the whole nightlife setup. So I traveled to England and I experienced the bar life there because they had tons of pubs. And after I got the sensation and the feeling of the warmth and the movement of the people and the community that it was creating, I said to myself, I want to create a portal so I can bring that back home to El Paso. So one day I was driving by this location. I was going to go look at a small chapel because I was looking to buy it to make it an Airbnb. And I saw the signs on the building and I'm like, no way, there's just no way. And I had already been in the building to see it. I thought it was a perfect space, and I had looked at it for some clients of mine, so I was familiar with what was going on in here. And when I got started on Crown of Crows, I said to myself, I'm not gonna rush this. This is my labor of love, and I'm gonna make sure it's done right. So basically, Crown of Crows is really to create a time capsule. Everything literally has a story in here, which is beautiful because I took the time to look for the things. I took the time to curate. It's excessively curated in so many ways. The scale of the furniture had to be appropriate. I couldn't oversize anything because I had to make sure that I was going to be getting what I do have in here, because I had already done these floor plans of how I was going to have seating. So I had to make sure that everything was going to come together in the right place, and the scale was going to definitely be important. This is the smallest thing I've ever done, but I think in all reality, per square inch, I think it has the most detail of anything I've ever done in my life. And I've done a lot. I found these two other windows that are on the side of the building. They're half-round windows, about 110 years old. I had to have them framed because they were part of an atrium that was torn down. Then I had another friend of mine by the name of Robert Rodriguez. He helped me bring to reality all of the wood paneling. The wood panels are actually pine wood doors. They're about 1.5 inches thick, and we finished them on a Wednesday. And then he goes, all right, we'll deliver them. I'll deliver them tomorrow, and we'll install them on Monday. And I said, okay, that sounds good. So when he brought them here, he's like, all right, Ed, now at least if I die, you have your wood doors. And I said, no, you're not gonna die yet. If you wanna die, die after you do the bar. I said, because we still have to finish the front of the bar. There's no way you're gonna die. And I'm trying to make the conversation lighter, but he died the following Monday after he delivered the doors. So there's a lot of memory, but a lot of people's effort to do this. It's just, it means a lot to me because people actually came through for me when I needed them. So along with the labor of love that I've put into it, I've put a lot of money into it, and people have helped with their contributions as far as helping me bring this thing to fruition. Crown of Crows is almost to the finish line where we want it to feel complete for people when they come in here. And part of that is, you know, Crown of Crows needs a little bit more of a kitchen for us to complete our lunch and food snacks. The bathrooms need heaters. Some of the units behind the bar are kind of dated. And there's a lot of things like the glassware. There's just a lot of really small details that I feel Crown of Crows needs to be complete. At the end of the day, people can still come in here and enjoy what has been done and what has been completed. But I just feel that if you're going to get the full experience of what's going to happen in here, I really feel that any contributions that would be applied to Crown of Crows would be a great asset. The nights that we've been opened, I actually sometimes take off and I'll drive around to look through the windows, and I'm a very emotional person because this is like my baby. I don't know how much longer I'll live. I mean, nobody really knows, but at the end of the day, I really wish I would have done this a long time ago. But I don't think I would have had the influence that I did for my travels to be able to apply everything I have here, because it just gets me super emotional. I say, every time I come here, I say good morning to the pub, and then I leave and I say goodbye. It's just, it means a lot. And I really want people to see it. I really do. So